Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please, it helps me get this video to many people, and the more people see this, the more people I can help. So fasting for cancer. My end take on this might be a little controversial, and that's okay. Please allow me to lay out my case. I've actually heard from dozens of people that now have tremendous regrets that are press pulsing their cancer. It's a huge regret in people, and I really felt like I had to get this message out because on all the forums and everywhere, everybody's talking about fasting. And let me start out by talking about the benefits of fasting. There's definitely massive benefits to fasting and fighting cancer. You got autopathy and mitopathy occurring. Definitely a benefit. That's the process and cells or your body reviewing itself because it's in a state of stress and finding cells that aren't carrying their own them. Like, that's definitely a good thing to occur. Like, don't get me wrong. Another good thing is that you get really high ketone numbers and you get really low glucose, which is definitely a really good thing. And so while you're fasting and you're in that state, you're definitely getting some good benefits. The problem that I'm seeing with fasting is that everybody's doing it. A lot of people are fasting for a week, for example. They're going a week on and then they're eating for a week. And those people, I've talked to many of them, and they're going, oh yeah, I get great GKI when I'm fasting. But the week I'm eating, I'm like 3-4 GKI. And it's like, well, so you're getting 1 week of good results, 1 week of bad results. And I've been following a lot of these people for a year or more, and their cancer stayed consistent. They haven't had any significant shrinkage. And some of these people are even on chemo and immune therapies and things. So is that 1 week fasting, 1 week not fasting worth it? And then you're eating everything you can. You're dropping 2, 3, 4 pounds, and then you're putting on 2, 3, 4 pounds. So you're eating a lot. So are the benefits outweighed by the week of eating? I don't know. It's a great debate. Nobody's talking about it. Another problem that I'm seeing is people are like, oh yeah, 3-day fast, and then I eat 1,000 calories, and like my numbers are great. And it's like, but did you test them when you started eating? And like, people don't. Nobody's answered that. Nobody can answer that. Maybe you can, but you can't tell me that you don't eat 1,200 calories after a fast and your glucose doesn't spike and skyrocket. And so what I think people are doing is not looking at the bigger picture. They're using the fast to get really good numbers for a short period of time, and then they're testing because they're all excited, and then they're not testing frequently post-fast. And so here's the deal. If you need a fast to get in that state, we need to work on something. We really do, because get your diet right. Like, let's not just spend our time and energy fasting and lose that body mass. Okay? Let's get your diet right so you can hold your glucose at a steady state, low 70s, 60s, and have really good GKI permanently every single day. And this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. And you can hold your glucose at that level and your ketones at that level and slowly build a little bit of muscle mass. It can be done. So you can actually build up your body and maintain a 2.0 or lower GKI. You can pull this off. You can do it. But that means that you can't go from eating everything you can to using the fasting period to get your good numbers, because I'm not so sure that's beneficial. And here's the deal. If you don't outfast your cancer, you got a really big problem. You've now lost that muscle mass and you got cancer. So now what are you going to do? And that's the problem that everybody that's reaching out to me is saying. Now they're going into these prolonged 21-day press pulse protocols, proper press pulse protocols with HBOT and, things to block metabolic pathways to the cancer, things I can't say here. But if you want to if you want some one-on-one coaching to figure those things out and some help, I'm offering that right now. So reach out to me, email or DM me. But people are going, I've lost all this muscle mass and I really regret fasting. And honestly, I'm one of those people. Now I'm going through prolonged 21-day protocols where I have to really restrict myself and hold glucose steady and level in the low 70s. And I can't fuck it up. So if you're earlier on, stop fasting now. Get your diet right. Sort out those numbers. Get consistency over time. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Because going forward, once that muscle mass is gone and that body weight is gone, you got a problem. So then you might say, well, I'm not losing that body weight. Okay. So what you could be doing is just consistently eating, holding glucose level, and building body mass because you may need to get into these 21-day press pulse protocols. Okay? There's definitely major benefits from fasting. I'm not at all saying that. I'm saying this is a marathon, and fasting's a temporary solution. It's a sprint, but this isn't a sprint. Now, why can't you fast during a 21-day protocol? Well, you going to fast for 21 days? Who's going to fast for 21 days? Is that sustainable? The biggest problem is after your 21 days of press pulse, you only get 2 weeks off before you're starting 21 days again. Are you going to fast for 21 days? Eat for 2 weeks, put all that weight back on, and then fast for 21 days? Are you going to do this for 6 months? Tell me who's going to be able to pull that off. So if you're currently fasting because it's the only thing you can do to get your numbers right, your numbers need to get right while you're eating. So let's work on that. How do you do that? Well, you got to be very, very strict on yourself. You need to record everything you eat. You need to record everything you eat. You got to weigh it. You need to be at a 2-to-1 ratio of fat to protein. You can actually, some people even got to go 2.5 fat to protein ratio, 2.5 to 1. You have to restrict yourself. You got to calorie restrict. So you find out your, what's it called, BMR, let me look it up. I think it's BMR ratio. And you figure out how many calories your body requires. Let me look it up real quick to get this right. Because I don't want to get this wrong. This is very important. So you figure out your BMR ratio. Basal metabolic rate. So you figure out so go on Google, you can punch it in, you put in your height, weight, activities, all that stuff, and you get a number, and that tells you how many calories you should eat per day. Then you slightly drop down the proteins, you restrict the calories just slightly. So you might lose a little bit of weight. But then you do like resistance training and things. You take creatine, leucine. I'm taking oxandrolone. There's things you can take to stimulate muscles to actually build the muscle slightly. So what ends up happening is you can actually just slightly restrict. You'll burn off some fat, but you're going to be slightly building a little bit of muscle along the way. Once you get once you get into that, and it's a ketogenic diet, so you're not eating carbs in this. So you figure out your BMR and then you eat 5 meals a day, and all your food is coming from protein and fat. That's where your energy and that's where all your calories are coming from, strict keto. And while you're restricted, those muscles will hopefully slowly be building. It's been working for me. Now, like I said, I might be going to 4 meals a day just because I'm having a hard time getting the 5th meal of the day because I'm getting really sick from pylorus muscle issues. So I'm going to be trying to get those calories in a bit sooner. I'm going to guess my glucose will be a bit higher because gluconeogenesis will occur once I get above the 300 calorie mark. But anyways, it's what I got to do. While you're at it, there's things you can get prescribed for, like metformin. There's DAPA. There's a bunch of things that you can get prescriptions for, or you can buy yourself. You can find it. And so those things alone. So if you can just hold your glucose even at 80, 85, you're probably doing really good. Because with the help of those couple things, DAPA and metformin, you'll be low 70s, high 60s, no time. This way, you're consistent. Every single day, your GKI is below 2.0 and you're killing cancer. No need to fast to get there. And you're not having one good week followed by one bad week. You're just having consistency. 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. That consistency over time is going to outweigh the roller coaster ride that most people are experiencing with fasting. Not only that, you're going to be building muscle once you get the formula right. You're going to slowly be building a little bit of muscle. And that's going to help you in this fight. And then when the time comes and you're ready, or if you need help, I am doing one-on-one coaching. Like I said, reach out. When the time comes and you're ready, you can reach out and we can do a full press pulse protocol. And your body will be strong. You'll be able to handle these long, grueling 21-day protocols. So if you're fasting right now because it's the only way you can get yourself into the right state, please stop now. If you're able to get yourself in the right state, why fast? Show me the benefit. If you're already in the state of GKI below 2.0, why are you fasting? Keep your muscle mass, your body mass. Keep it. This is a marathon. You're probably going to need it. Anyhow, guys, I know this was a bit controversial today. I've heard from so many people that regret fasting now. It's not even funny. They're doing full press pulse protocols. And I don't mean one people. I mean dozens and dozens of people. So anyhow, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you guys don't agree with me, that's okay. This is a conversation and I'm just sharing my experiences. And yeah, I did fast and I had great numbers and great results. But now I kind of regret it. This is a marathon. Have a great day, guys. Bye.